Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Technical Tuesday. If you can, please leave a comment so that I know that you guys can hear me. My camera is not working, as you can see, so you don't get to see my beautiful face today, unfortunately. Um, but if you can, just let me know that you are in the building and you can hear me. Give it a few seconds for everyone to jump on and give me the okay. Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. All right. Thank you, Chad. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this. It's going to be a pretty quick one today, so it'll be a lot of time for some Q&A um, at the end. So what we're going to be talking about today is um, how to, let me switch here and full screen. There we go. All right, we're going to talk about how to just moderate your comment sections on your ads when you're running them. It's real simple. You guys are going to be able to pick this up really quick. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you have your page, right? So we need to go to the page. We're going to go to your Facebook page settings. And then you're going to be in the settings section. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to page moderation. And right here, what you can do is you can add a whole bunch of words that you do not want people to be able to comment on posts. So ads are just like posts. So something like a very popular one that people like to put is scam. So you type in the word ad, and then make sure you always save. And so now we can see that if we open this up, we can see that scam is now blocked. And what I'll do is let me grab a list that I've been kind of putting together here of all these words that we want to block. And I will give you guys a link to a little document here. All right. So what we'll do, and again, this is going to be real simple, guys. I mean, it's not this going over this won't take more than 10-15 minutes. Okay. What I want to do is get a document ready for you guys so that you can use it right away. All right. All right. So this is a quick little document. What we're going to do is clear that. Yes, thank you, Google. Thank you. Here we go. And then these are the Spanish versions. Now I use Google Translate, so if you are a fluent Spanish speaker, and these don't make sense, blame it on Google. All right, so you can see that, and the way that I'm building this list, you guys, is when I'm running ads, these are the things that are people are commenting on my posts, and it's kind of annoying to have to either delete it, or I respond to a lot of these comments, especially the ones that are like scam, don't trust, this and that, it just for me, if you respond to a few of these ones, like leave some negative comments but respond to them professionally, I think what it does is it engages that ad more, and people who would be on the fence, and then they see you respond to somebody who's calling you a scam, and just you don't just delete that comment, you actually have a rebuttal for it. It's going to provide value to somebody who's looking at your ad that might be skeptical, but when they see you responding and interacting on your post, then they know, okay, well, obviously this person's like, they're into whatever it is that they're doing. So, I'm more trusting of this ad, and they're going to click that ad and hopefully call your number and get you paid. And that's the whole goal, right? So we've got things like, sell your information. So, and where this comes from is like people say, oh, they're just trying to get you to fill out a form so they can sell your information, right? Which what we're running is some of you are running lead ads, yeah, but I don't run lead ads on Facebook. So I'm not filling, there's no forms to fill out either on my website or any of that stuff, right? So there's no form. So I just respond with something like, you know, actually, we don't request any information up front. They're basic questions. If it's like a survey page, I'll be like, it's basic yes or no questions to get you pre-qualified. And then if you did want to enroll, you would have to jump on the phone with our helpline, which is always free and no obligation. That's kind of what I respond to them. And it kind of, I've got people to actually call. And you can use different tracking numbers if you want to see, like, oh, hey, someone responded. Actually, someone actually called on that comment that I left, and you can leave a different tracking number. I just use whatever tracking number is part of that ad so that I know it's coming from that ad. Then again, sell your information. I try to put it in different ways that they would write it, fraud, fraudulent, scam, scammer, scamming, do not trust, don't trust properly, trick, lies, all that good stuff, right? We'll call this one. And then down here, if you're running Spanish ads, again, there's some translations from these words up here. But again, done in Google Translate. And what I actually do is for like this one right here, because it uses that little symbol over the O. So I just do that. So I'll have double on these ones. So let me do that while I'm call with you guys so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. See how I take those little, because I'm not sure if Facebook will pick it up if they're not using the little, I forget what it's called, little thing over the letters for the enunciation. I think that's about it. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the chat right now. So you're going to see, let's go, anybody with the link. You can go ahead and copy the link and done. And if you check the chat, that link is now in the chat for you guys. All right, now I'm going to go over, see if there's any questions here. Let's see. What about this one? Matt is asking, what about people who are commenting with a GIF? Those you just have to see for yourself. I get GIFs that are people like poking their head around a corner and having like a sarcastic look on their face kind of thing. I'll leave those just because they're funny. And it is engagement, so I'm just going to leave it on there. But if it's something where, people like to do the dog shitting on your lawn, be like, hey, you're shitting on my Facebook page, so here's a dog shitting on your ad kind of thing. Like, I'll delete those, or I'll respond something funny to them. I do try and have a personality when I leave comments on people's stuff, so it's not so they don't think it's a bot. I know people will probably think I'm crazy, but I actually personally, each comment that I leave, I'm not automating it. I'm reading the comments, I'm seeing what people are saying, and then I'm commenting on those comments. It also gives me an idea of if I'm running an ad and it's getting tons of things like, oh, this is a scam, this is BS. I signed up, I never got my stuff. It could be they signed up from somebody else, but they're going to leave the comment on your ad, even though it's not relevant. Then my ad might need some work. Maybe it looks too scammy or something. So that's what I'll do. I'll try and recreate the creatives or reword the ad copy for that, based around the comments that people are leaving. So comments on your ads are very important for you to kind of gauge the temperature of your audience. Okay. If that answers that question, I gotta there. All right, perfect. All right, so I don't think there'll be many questions. Again, you're going to go to your page. You're going to go to settings, and it'll open up this page settings, right? Again, so just go to whatever page you have, click the settings button down here. You have page moderation, and that's where you're going to add your words. This is a very popular one that people like to leave. And again, these are people that are over 65, and they probably have the worst profanity that I've seen. At least younger people have some fun with the memes. Another thing is profanity filter. I always make sure that I turn this on. So you just click on it. It's kind of weird the way it is, but just click the box and then get out of there and then save. And so now they can't leave any profanity. It's going to filter all that stuff out. But this is a list that I'm ever growing. And you guys will have access to what I have here. So as I add more stuff, as I come across more words, I'm going to add it to this so that you guys can use that as a reference guide. Okay. So that's it for what I wanted to go over today. I know this has been a big issue in the inner circle and the group, Slack group that we have. People are talking about, people are leaving negative reviews. What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of how we combat it is first, we need to make sure that we have all these keywords in place that's going to block them from actually leaving that comment. Now, that being said, this is just going to hide the comment. So what it does is it hides the comment from people who are not friends with the person who left that comment. So if you leave a comment on an ad and that ad hides that comment, you can still see that comment and your friends can still see that comment. But if they're not friends with you, then no one can see that comment. I hope that makes sense. So if it's really disgusting what they left, I definitely go in there and I just delete it so that they can't see it or their friends can't see it. Because usually they're just going to leave a comment and then they're going to move on with their life. So they're not going to know if you deleted it or not. All right, so now let's get into some questions. If you guys got questions about this process or if you have anything off topic related, let me know. All right. All right, let's see what we got in the comments here. All right, Jeff. Let's see, a couple questions if time permits. Looking like I'm doing $7.50 a call for today. Facebook says 16 calls. Ringba says 16 calls total. Only 3 of those calls turned into money. How should I be thinking about this? So let's do a little math here, I guess. So if you're saying it's costing you $7.50 a call and you did 16 calls at the $120, right? And you're getting paid, if you're selling through Carlos, it's $35 a call times 3, that's 105. So we are a little negative on that. Let's say by what, $15, right? So you're $15 in the hole in this scenario. I would continue to let it run, honestly, throughout the day to see if I go up. But if I start losing, if I'm below $40, $20 to $40, depending on how I feel on that campaign, I'll usually turn it off at that point. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it off for the day and then I'll rerun it tomorrow because tomorrow it might get better. So for example, like I had a campaign that I was running yesterday. It made me $400 alone, just the one campaign that I was running, and I'm running several. I'll actually show you guys some top secret information here. Let's see if you can see this. Let's see. I might have to change my sharing options. Just a second. Share screen, entire screen. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to show you this real quick. These are my numbers from yesterday. This is how I track my stuff. Again, not showing this to brag or anything, just showing this. This is what I did yesterday. So you can see all the different campaigns that I'm running here. They all correlate with the phone number. I have these sections, these different colored sections. They're different campaigns running the same phone number, so it's something that I've got to clean up. It's my to-do list here. But we can see, like, if we come down here to this campaign, so this one campaign generated $560 in profit, and I spent $119 and I made $440. So that campaign alone made a lot. So then we got another campaign made 148 or 46, 100. But you can see this one lost me 16 cents. This one lost me 123. I didn't catch that one soon enough. It was split amongst 3 different ads. So you can see these ones are normally losing money. So I needed to break those down further because some of them might do better than the others. Um, and then you got $12 profit. I'm going to let those run. I'll even let this $2 one run because it's still profitable. This $4 one I let run. I'll let the $17 one run, but this $53 one, no. And then if I see a trend too, say maybe Monday, Tuesday, I lost $50, but then Thursday I made $12. Friday I made $50. Well, I'm going to continue to run that ad. So I make sure that I watch it daily. And this is just me. I know some people, like, you lose 10 or $20, you turn it off and you never see that ad ever again. But for me, I'll turn it on, turn it off. Like these little ones add up, you know, $20 here, $20 there, $10 there, 40, 30, they all add up. So at the end of the day, I was profitable by $733 when it was all said and done. Even though I lost $100 in this campaign, you know, I could definitely maximize my profit a little bit more if I was playing the on and off game. But also note that when you are running ads and you do turn off an ad, it's still going to deliver that ad. So it's running its algorithm and it's finding those people that it wants to place that ad in front of. And what it's going to do is it has a queue, right? It has a queue list. Okay. It says, I want to deliver it to these 50 people today. Okay. They don't know, they kind of know when those people are going to be online, and they kind of are going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to show this ad to this person. He's usually online at 3:00. Right. So it's not like a matter of the ads on and it's just showing your ad like Google. And then once you turn it off, it just stops showing your ad. It has a predetermined audience that it's going to send those ads to. So even if you turn it off at 3:00 in the afternoon, it still might deliver for another hour or two afterwards, if that makes sense. It won't deliver like large quantities, but it will accumulate a couple extra dollars. And then, okay, so I think that answered that question. If it didn't, let me know. Let's see. Are 3 out of 16 calls normal? I mean, not ideal, obviously, right? We want to make sure that we are profitable on it. So you just kind of, like I said, you kind of have to either wait it out and see if it's going to turn. It could just be like the pixel's not seasoned strong enough, or the ad's just not clicking with people, or if you're sending it to a landing page, the landing page might be causing some kind of issue. Listen to those phone calls if you have the recordings and see why those other calls were dropping. If it were a dropped call because there were no agents available, that's one thing. But if it's people are getting on the phone and they're hanging up within 30 seconds, then there's probably something that there's a lack of information, and they're getting on the phone call and they're not hearing or they're not getting what they want. And so they're just hanging up right away. All right. Let's see. Just going to go look for another question here. Let's see. Best way to convert leads on a landing page: quiz or simple button or form fill? I tried quiz and form on landing, but both not working out so far. I'm having a lot of success with a simple quiz, and it's just a 2-question quiz. It's yes or no answers, and then it's make it look like it's a pre-qualification, right? So they answer the 2 questions, and that after those 2 questions, they get presented a page that says, "Congratulations, you pre-qualify for whatever benefit I was offering," right? So if we were running OTC offers, it's going to say, "Congratulations, you qualify for the OTC offer valued at $2,880 a year. Call this number to finalize your enrollment. You have 2 minutes before this pre-qualification runs out." So something like that, give some urgency, show the benefits. People like dollar value, so if you can throw any kind of dollar figures in there, be sure to do that as well, and that should increase. But simple is always better. I do have some elaborate pages, but those I have I have landing pages that look amazing, and they're very simple. Same layout as I'm using for the ones that are converting high, the same process, but I just made it more graphically appealing. Um, and those convert a lot less than the uglier, super simple landing pages that I use. So I hope you kind of picked up on that. So people are answering the quiz, but do not call. How do you follow up with them? Unless you're collecting any kind of data, there's no way to follow up with them. If you are having a high, or if you're having a low conversion rate on your page, you might want to try maybe like a chat bot that can do some automated question answering, and then at the end, throw that same offer like, hey, it looks like we could pre-qualify you. We just have to have you speak with one of our agents. It is, you know, it- it's um, it's a regulatory thing from CMS that you speak to a licensed agent prior to enrolling in any Medicares to make sure that you understand all the benefits and blah blah blah. So you can like throw that kind of lingo in there to kind of get them to say, okay, well, it's more legitimate, and I guess I do have to call, because some people are just trying to get around not having to call. Da-da-da. So let's see. Jeff saying, I'm also seeing 7 of the 16 calls hung up super fast. Anything I can do to keep them around longer? Oh, this is a call ad. Okay, so for your call, if it's like zero time, I'm not sure what system you're using, if you're using Ringba or not, or if you're selling them to Carlos, but if it's a red indicator at the end, then that's most likely a failed call, or there were no agents available at that time when the person was trying to call. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Um, oops. All right, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but here's some calls for today. See these little red indicators over here? These are probably, there was no agent available at the time. If it's white, this is a completed call. If it's green, that means it's live. Um, you can see there's a lot of red on mine. So just note that right now, um, caps are very tight, and a lot of people aren't wanting to buy Medicare calls until Friday. So you might have run into that issue a little bit with Medicare right now. Um, just know that come Friday, everybody's going to be, open arms. We'll take everything you've got, kind of thing. But right now, it's just limited. They're not trying to overspend before the 15th, which is just a couple days away. So that you should see that number close a little bit tighter, so that you can you'll have more converted calls. All right, let's see. Miss Brenda. So how do you handle ad account suspensions? I was suspended yesterday, and I'm really rebuilding today the new ad account that I was created. I know that some people buy profiles and ad. Just curious about your preference. Um, I have had. Let me see. Let me tell you how many ad accounts I've had that have been shut down. Let's see, business Facebook. I know that I at least have 2 ad accounts that are. So my personal ad account under my personal name is completely suspended for the rest of my life. Which I'm sure this is what you're talking about, right? This big old nasty thing. Um, this account got suspended because I was running a gift card giveaway back in like 2012 or something like that, and apparently you're not supposed to do that, which I didn't know because I didn't know anything about that much about advertising on Facebook back then. So they shut down my account, and it was actually it was a service that I used called Outbound Engine. It was for health insurance agents, and they had this post that went out, and I just boosted it. I boosted the post about the gift card thing, got my stuff shut down. And I've tried years and years to try and get this back, but it's no go. But that being said, I also had another account suspended. I'm not sure why that one got suspended. They never gave me a reason. It was a regular ad, but that one I've never been. That whole ad manager is completely gone. But if you can get a different ad manager under your name, you should still be able to run. I'm not sure how suspended they got you. 'Cause let me just kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's see if you guys can see this. Boom, here we go. All right, so this is my suspended account, right? And then I've got these other accounts. I've opened this one after that. I've opened this one. I've opened this one. I've opened this one. This one is also suspended. I don't know why I don't have access to my own business manager. Whatever. And then these other ones, I've got multiple ad accounts in each one of these. Um, each one of these. So I've got 10 for this, 5 for this one, 5 for this one, and these are other people's. So see if you can open up another manager account that should be able to get you around that. But if not, um, just message me on Slack. Let's see. Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know what you were saying yes to. Um, let's see. Quiz landing page. I got 21 people answering, and only 2 of them call. Are those stats okay? I mean, I would want higher than that. But I mean, that's not uncommon for it to be, that low. But it could be your landing page that's not converting, so it could be something in your landing page that you can tweak. So I would suggest split testing different landing pages, running the same traffic to them, and then finding out if you can increase that without increasing your spend at all. Because if you can go from 2 to 4, now you're looking at better numbers, or even 2 to 6. Now you're doing a little bit better numbers. So it's definitely got to be something with the quiz. If you're getting people to the site, then your ad's working. Now it's just the landing page that needs some work. Can I share the CSV file? I shared a link in the comment section, but let me grab it again. So I'm going to put this in the link again, or put the link in the chat again, so that you guys can use that file. That's the link. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. All right. If you're on other platforms and you're asking questions, I only see what I can see in StreamYard. And so far, I don't have any more questions. So if you guys do have any other questions, it doesn't have to be related to what we talked about earlier. It could be related to anything. So let me know. I'll give it a few more minutes here for anybody to ask questions, because I know there's usually a delay. Okay. Tommy, the link is in the comments. So if you look at the comment from Carlos, it has the link. So it's the HTTP slash this. That's the link to this document that you're seeing right now on the screen. So, yeah, any questions, please ask. Sorry that we missed last Tuesday. Had some computer issues, had to do a little upgrade this weekend, and so now I'm back in full force. And now my camera's not working, but one thing breaks, five more things are behind it, right? Let's see. I'm not sure who you are, Facebook user, how to access Slack. If you have joined any of Carlos's programs, you have access to the Slack group. So if you have purchased a program, please reach out to the support email, and they'll be able to get you access to that. Do any native traffic works for click to call landers? Yeah, native traffic does work. Definitely, I have some native that I want to fire up, but I'm waiting till open enrollment. We did attempt some native ads early in the year that just did not back out. We did get a lot of traffic, but the click to call just didn't work out for us. The conversions didn't work out, so I'm gonna attempt it again on the 5th, next week. Starting next week, I'm gonna run some native ads. Don't see that comments. Must be looking at another version. You mean you don't see the comment in the? Let's see which. If you want to just send me a message, I'll send it to you. And just send me a message, or send Carlos a message, or whoever you're connected with. Send us a message, and we'll get you that document. Let's see. Anthony Aston, on October 15th, there will be a new Medicare campaign in Ringba, or will the enrollment and advanced plans continue in the same campaign? As far as I know, it will be one campaign, the current campaign that we're in, unless Carlos breaks it up. If the buyers are requesting certain type of enrollments, which I don't think will be the case. So I would say I'm pretty much 90% sure that it's all going to be ran under the current campaigns, the inbound campaigns. Now I know we did get some approval for some Ping Tree lead buying. I'm not sure where Carlos is on activating that campaign yet, and I'm hoping that we can also get some transfer campaigns going as well, so that we can rework some of this data that we got and send those leads off to. Any progress in setting up the Ping Tree? Yeah, so I'm not in charge of that, but you guys will be the first to know, definitely, when that campaign is live. All right, and one more question before I end the call. If there's anything that you guys need help with, or would like me to put together some kind of video on how to accomplish a certain task, or you know, anything like that, building out the landing page, anything like building out an ad, a call ad, whatever it is. I know Carlos did call ads yesterday, so probably not that, But if there's any like landing page thing you want to see how I design a landing page, if you want to see, how I structure my campaigns in Facebook, things like that. Um, Let me know in the comments so that I can start putting together some material for next week. If not, then I'll come up with something on my own. But I'd love for you guys to kind of give me some feedback and let me know what you guys would like to talk about, what you want me to cover. All right, and if there's no more questions, I'm going to give it like 2 more minutes here, guys, and then I'm going to call it a day and get back to working on these campaigns, getting ready for Friday. I'm going to be launching a couple new campaigns Friday, a couple different angles. And I know that there is some discussion from CMS that they do not want you guys to be using the 148.50 if you're running Medicare campaigns. They don't want you to talk about the cash givebacks anymore, but the OTC offers are fine from what I hear. All right. Yeah. So I know there's, like I said, I know there's a delay, but I don't see any more questions that came through yet. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Well, I'll probably end up doing landing pages next week. I think that's probably going to be a big topic going forward. So I'll probably hit that up, put together something, so you guys know how easy and quick it is to throw together some landing pages and split test. All right. All right, you guys have a great day, and let's keep these campaigns profitable. All right, we'll see you guys next week.